today's tutorial I'm going to do something a little bit different, which is just to talk about custom layouts, palettes and startup scenes. Now a lot of people have asked me about my menu I've got down here and the fact I've got these tabs up here, this is all because I have a custom layout, and you can set that up and have it so that all the tools that you use all the time are available. Okay, and then we'll set up a startup scene, which is something I haven't actually done and I should do for myself, so I'm going to do it now, which is actually set it so your frame rate, your screen size, the output that you're rendering to, all those things are kind of set up by default, so you don't have to change it every time. So let's quickly get into it. So if you go up to Window and Customization, so you have layouts here. So see, I've got my own default one here, Startup User. If we go to Startup, this is the generic layout that you would get if you start up Cinema. This is kind of the out of the box. So we want to set up our own one. So to do that, let's go to Window, Customization again. I'm going to go to Customize Palettes. Now from here you can choose any tool and decide where you want to tab it on the screen, and you can see all of these items are in little blue boxes, which means that they're editable. So you can get rid of things and you can add new things, but we want to add a new palette. So I'm going to actually tab this here, new palette. That's also available up here. You can just create a new palette, and then we're going to add things to that palette. So I'm just going to quickly add the things that I use regularly. So I've got this loop selection, and these are kind of things that I use that are handy in my day-to-day work. I'm going to also bring in this loop path cut. I'm going to try and drag this over here to the side because this is also part of my startup layout that I want to do. I'll do the plane cut, and then you can add in a few more. So let's just for now I'm just going to put in a couple more. I'm going to put in the volume builder and mesher because I use it all the time, and I don't know why I haven't actually just stuck it in a menu to make it a lot easier to get to. So if you put something in here by accident, like I put this in here and I don't actually want it, if you double click on it, that will get rid of it. Okay, so you can double click and that gets rid of it, and you can just pull that back in. So then that is your little palette setup. So you can set up multiple ones of those palettes, and then you can decide where you want to keep them. Right, so the next thing is actually the layout. So I'm going to open up my Octane Live Viewer, and I'm going to dock that there. So I'm setting this up for how I want it to look when I open up Cinema. Now the next thing I want to do is I've got these Octane settings. I want to kind of just have them to hand in one place. So what I want to do is actually create some tabs up here where I can quickly tab between the Octane settings, the render settings and my view. So if I right click on the this kind of bar at the top here, I can actually say convert to tab. So see that becomes a little tab. Now what I can do is get my Octane settings here and grab hold of this square, and if I drag that over the top of this tab, it creates another tab. And if I go to like my render settings, I can do the same again, bring that in, and now I've got those 3 tabs available to me. So let's just say for now, right, this is my setup. I'm kind of happy with how this is. Obviously you can add in more or less tools that you want. What you do is then you go to Window, Customization and Save as Startup Layout. So the next time you start a file, I'll show you, we'll just close Cinema and I'll reopen it. So you can see it's opened up again and we've got the same layout that we saved. So what I'm going to do now is actually change some settings, because automatically by default Cinema has this frames per second set to 30, maximum time 90. I always like to work 25 frames per second, and usually I like to have 100 frames. Okay, every time I do a tutorial I have to change it in the tutorial as well, but I do it every time I do my Instagram post, so I might as well make this the default settings. So my sizes for Instagram is 1000 by 1250, so I'm just going to set that here. I'm going to set the frame rate here to 25, and then render, because I usually do looping animations, the first and last frame usually the same, so I say right, okay, I only want to render frame 0 to 99. So these are my default settings that I want to save. So to do this, what I'm going to do is do save as, and then to the desktop I'm going to save a file, just call it new. Right, and then if I go to the preferences for cinema and click on this open preferences folder, you see now we're in here. This is the easiest way to get to it on a Mac as well, I think. What we're going to do is just drag that new file into here, and we can close that, go back to cinema. If I open up a new file now, you see nothing's changed because it's actually 25 frames. If I just change this to 60 and do a new file, see, it started a new file at 25 frames per second and 100 frames. So that is basically how you can set up a custom layout, custom palettes, and then a custom startup scene. So I will probably add some more to my palette on the side, but I hope you found this useful, and I hope it helps with your day-to-day workflow. I will try and do something cooler next time from my Instagram feed. If there's anything you like, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll try and do that in my next tutorial. But for now, please stay safe. Bye.